So part 3 is about cause and correlation, and the key quote here is, Nick O'Shea, they all leave you in the end, and the only common denominator is you. And when someone said that to me, I really had to think hard about, are you making a causal point, or are you making a correlative point about me? And the difference really is this. So cause is, there's a direct link between A that causes B. So Sharon keeps getting dumped by her boyfriends because Sharon's an awful person. So it's not you, it's Sharon. Correlation is a lot more common, and actually that is where the link between, there is a sort of pattern between A and B, but actually no direct link can be proven. So in this case, Sharon keeps getting dumped by guys, but actually it's not them, it's not her, it could be something else entirely, but it isn't Sharon. So looking at those two distinctions is really important when it comes to public service provision. The main reason being is actually it's very difficult to prove that services have a real causal link to the impact that they're trying to show. Now, we all want to believe that our services really improve people's lives. That's why we're all in this public sector provision. But actually there's a difference between belief and a difference between proof. And what this chapter is about is saying these are the things that you need to know to be able to get proof. Now, randomised control trials are the total winner when it comes to this. So if you've got 5,000 people, you arbitrarily divide them up, you give one intervention A, one intervention B, or no intervention but they don't know. No one knows which one they're having, and then you look at the results. That's great, because then you can say objectively, this is what I've done. Now, life is not a randomised control trial, although sometimes it can feel it, but what we often end up doing is saying, well, this person has this service, this guy had 5, this guy had 6 appointments, this person had 7. And actually what they had was a bit different, and how it all worked was a bit different, and some of them used other services, and actually we can't really tell. So what really we're trying to get to here is what are some of the questions that you need to ask when you're thinking about whether your service is actually having an effect. So in this handy guide that we've done, there are some questions and there are some answers as well for you to ask. Just a couple are, how many people does your scheme work with? So 1,000, fantastic. 100, you're looking at indicative findings. 30, it's very exploratory. But a lot of services work with 30 people, so that's fair enough. What does the end user say? Do they think this is the biggest thing that happened to them, or actually was it that they fell in love, or they got a job, or they got a house, and it was actually unrelated? Tough as that is to hear, to what it is that you're doing. And then crucially, how many other services are working with that person? And it is very difficult to separate out your intervention from the others, but being super clear about that at least gives you an honesty to the argument that you're trying to make. So that's cause, and that's correlation. I hope that's helped.